AutoMeck, AutoMeck. Back with another one. I got a little guideline here for those of you who work in very high volume shops and these high volume contract printing shops. How to get through a schedule with this type of schedule. A schedule I like to call a contradictory schedule. Now, I call it that because, as you can see here, these four jobs here, they all have a front and a sleeve, yeah? And one of them has a front back and a sleeve. And also off camera, there was three other jobs we had to get complete as well that day. So if you're gonna do the schedule by the job, like one job, front sleeve completed, sleeve front completed, front sleeve. That's not going to get you anywhere. But this is also contradictory because of this. You see, one of these is a green folder. The green folder means it needs to go first. Well, the green folder is a front and a sleeve, yeah? Well, let's say I complete that. I do the front and then the sleeve, okay? And then I go ahead, do all these sleeves here, and then go back, put and then change pallets again to adult pallets, and then finish out the day. That's not a bad way of doing things, but to me, that's too much work. So what I did was I went ahead and set it up to where we could do all the sleeves first. Okay, um, four sleeves here, right? Get those complete, and then you're back on adult pallets the rest of the day. Couple of kickers here. Um, so time time management is something that you really have to take seriously if you're going to take this approach. Okay. Um, so you want to set these jobs up in a way where you have no wasted motions and you can get through it as efficiently as possible. Okay. Um, now, what we went ahead and did first, we set up the green folder first, right? The sleeve for the green folder first, the Georgia Tech job, because it's a white on white. All right. Went ahead and set that up, got that out of there. Then we went ahead and did the Tyson food job, the one out of the top left, the one on the top left. Um, so because it's just a one color, there was if I remember correctly, almost 200 of those, but it would be something that would go pretty fast because you only have one top color. Okay. Now, with that said, our white on white, our two whites, we had two whites up. So what we did was, right, after the Georgia Tech job, okay, you go ahead, set up your Tyson job. I had the my underbase obviously on head one, and then for on the Tyson job, I had we put the top color, that red, in head six. In head 10 was our white from the Georgia Tech job, but we don't drop that. We go ahead and tape off the back of that plate. Okay. So after the Tyson food job is done, we go on to set up the HCA job, the one on the bottom left. Okay. Because our white is up. Okay. We switch the two whites up, white in head one, white in head 10. Okay, and then we dropped the red. No, I don't know if we dropped the. No, no, no. I went ahead and set up the orange plate, that little cross, in head five because head five is vacant. Okay, set that up, ran it, completed that, and then after that, we set up the WAG. So, and then by then, and you'll see at the end of the video, by then is about 8:30, 8:30-ish. So we still have an hour left before first break. Now remember, we still have to get that green folder out. Typically, in my shop at least, when you have a green folder, you want that complete before first break. Okay. So um, after the wet, once again, man, it's all about just, for me anyway, it's all about setting yourself up for the next step. Always staying a step or two ahead of yourself. Okay. So from after after that, after doing that WAG job, it was only one top color. The head six was vacant, so we put that top color, the top color for the WAG job in head six. But remember now, we never dropped that white plate in from on head 10. You know what I'm saying? We never dropped that. So once we completed the sleeve on that WAG job, the one in the red folder there, okay, you go ahead, you drop that, right? And we went ahead and set up the front for the Georgia Tech job in the green folder, okay? White and head one, and then I think the other top color was of a Vegas gold, like 4515. It's like PMS 4515. It was like a Vegas gold. I believe we put that in head five because head five was vacant, right? And then switched out the HCA sleeve for the spot white for the Georgia Tech job. Okay, so we're not, and for those who don't understand that, what that does is you're not wasting time putting in squeegees and flood bars. Your squeegee and flood bar is already up. You see what I'm saying? So you're just switching out the plates and putting the ink in there. Switching out the plates, putting the ink in there. And since you're using the same ink, your ink is getting warmer and more pliable. And you can speed it up a little bit. You can speed your heads up a little bit, speed your carousel up a little bit, and get these jobs out of the door. Because that's what we are here to do. Um, Also, make sure you guys get your catchers involved. Make sure that they have these jobs staged exactly the way you need them to be staged, so you can run your schedule efficiently. You stay on time, or I like to stay ahead of time. Um, I don't like to leave any room for error, any room for anybody to come messing with me. And by anybody, you know who I mean. The owner. The owner is gonna always find something to complain about. Um, so you want to run your jobs, run your day, your schedule in a way where your owner can't mess with you. He can't really. If he says he's not saying anything to you, he's probably saying things about you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how that day went, and we finished exactly when we needed to. Enjoy the rest of the video. Later.
Getting in the right spot? time you got?